People are getting back out into the world since the stay-at-home days of the COVID-19 pandemic seem to be in the rearview mirror. And that means they're on the lookout for some great weekend getaways for 2023. Fortunately, there are a ton of great places you might not know about that can satisfy all your weekend getaway needs. So join Viewcation as we present the best weekend getaways for 2023. Asheville, North Carolina. Asheville, North Carolina sits in the western part of the state and is one of those spots you'll kick yourself for never having visited before. It's located off of the famous Blue Ridge Parkway, which tells you about the kind of gorgeous scenery that awaits. As such, there are a ton of opportunities for outdoor activities in Asheville, ranging from whitewater rafting to biking to ziplining. That's because Asheville is surrounded by amazing forests and parks. But it's not just a nature lover's vacation spot. It also boasts an eclectic blend of art, food, music, and more. The town is loaded with breweries and has been argued as the best beer city in the States. And considering how many of those there are, that's saying something. It's also a hub for incredible live music, especially country and bluegrass. The River Arts District is full of incredible culture, food, art, and more. And if you're into history, you'll love a tour of the Biltmore Estate, which will take you back in time to the Old South. Asheville has somehow managed to capture the best of the traditional South with a more modern hipster flair. Cape May, New Jersey. Okay, before you start yelling at the screen about the Jersey Shore, let's be clear. Cape May is not the Jersey Shore you've probably seen on a reality show or two. It's a vastly different experience, and it's located pretty far from the spots you usually think of when it comes to the Jersey Shore. It's on the most southern tip of New Jersey, and it's about the furthest thing from a reality show on MTV. Unless, of course, the show is about an old-timey seaside town that has charm, subtlety, and is a perfect spot for a quiet weekend getaway. Cape May has a slew of Victorian-style mansions, cobblestone streets, and even horse-drawn carriages. The people are friendly, the city is super walkable, and pretty much everywhere is well kept. That means you'll be able to check out one of the many green spaces in Cape May and enjoy a peaceful and lovely picnic or a stroll. It also has a lot of excellent cultural aspects too, like a great local and live music scene, and plenty of fantastic restaurants of the non-chain variety. In fact, the town boasts a litany of incredible spots offering up fresh seafood. The Lobster House is perhaps the most popular, and for good reason. And of course, since it's on the shore, you can expect to find plenty of great beaches to catch some weekend rays and fun on the sand. Burlington, Vermont. Burlington, Vermont is another city with a hybrid feel to it. On the one hand, it's a classic New England college town. It has tons of energy and is filled with students for much of the year thanks to the University of Vermont. So naturally, it also features a lot of the types of places you'd expect in a college town, including lively nightlife. But it's also a waterfront town sitting on Lake Champlain, giving it a beachy element when the weather's nice. Burlington is also a hub of culture and is bursting with incredible food offerings. 5 of the local chefs are currently in competition for James Beard Awards. Pretty wild for kind of a random city that sits in the middle of nowhere. Places like Honey Road, Foam Brewers, and Mayday have put the Burlington culinary scene on the map. The city offers some excellent lodging options, including the Hotel Vermont, which will provide that classic winter lodge feeling all year round. Burlington is a vibrant city with charm and spirit, making it a great option for a 2023 weekend away. Bentonville, Arkansas. Speaking of towns that are off the beaten path, Bentonville, Arkansas is very much in the middle of nowhere. You'll need to travel at least 100 miles from Bentonville to find a bigger city, but that's a feature, not a bug. It's a charming city that's perhaps most famous for being the origin spot of Walmart, but it has since developed into a tourist destination for anyone looking for a relaxing weekend in nature. Sitting in the foothills of the Ozarks, Bentonville is a perfect alternative to many of the bigger and more bustling southern cities you may have visited before. It's a sought-after spot for art lovers, highlighted by the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art. The museum has a permanent exhibition with a ton of amazing pieces, and it's free. There's also the Walmart Museum, not surprisingly, which you can check out while you're in town. But if you really want the best of Bentonville, head to the great outdoors. Just outside the Walmart Museum are 120 acres of park open to the public and are perfect for hiking. It's also a very walkable city, including many paved paths throughout. Whether it's on foot or by bike, you'll have a lot to explore in this gorgeous town. Check out Airship Coffee for a quick bite and some caffeine. It's an open-air spot that works perfectly for a break from your activities. Key Biscayne, Florida. If you want a spot full of sun for your weekend getaway, a place like Key Biscayne is the way to go. It's incredibly close to Miami in case you want a little of the classic party vibe while you visit, but amazingly, despite only being about 10 miles away, Key Biscayne has its own vibe altogether. Perhaps that's because it's off the shore as a barrier island. And while it does have its share of popping clubs and tall buildings, it also offers a more chill vibe than Miami. The beaches are full of gorgeous white sand and are usually pretty quiet and open. It boasts the oldest still-standing structure in the state, its 19th century lighthouse. And you'll love a visit to Bill Bagg's Cape Florida State Park, where you can spend the afternoon relaxing in nature. Key Biscayne is great for water sports, naturally, so you'll be able to get out on the water to paddleboard, swim, kayak, and more. When you get hungry, head to the Rusty Pelican, which has been serving quality brunches and more for 50 straight years. Another excellent spot is Boater's Grill for some freshly caught seafood and plenty more. Topeka, Kansas. When you think about destinations for a fun getaway, your mind might not jump to Topeka, Kansas. Yet this up-and-coming state capital packs a lot of punch as a great spot to visit for a weekend. The downtown area is quite walkable and full of excellent eating establishments and bars. There's also Noto, which is the arts district. There you can find some great art studios and stores selling antiques. And once a month they put on a great outdoor art walk. Gage Park is a great spot for some outdoor strolling, as is the Topeka Zoo and Conservation Center. The zoo has a great new giraffe exhibit for 2023, which is a must-see. Like so many cities these days, there's a thriving brewery and brew pub culture in Topeka. So if you're a beer aficionado, you'll have your choice of some really top-notch spots like Norseman Brewing Company and Iron Rail Brewing, not to mention Blind Tiger Restaurant and Brewery. Fans of Evel Knievel should check out the Evel Knievel Museum, though it's supposed to be heading to Vegas soon, so catch it before it does. There's also the Topeka Civic Theater, where you can see a quality show, as well as the Brown v. Board of Education National Historic Site for the history buffs among you. Joshua Tree National Park, California. If you're an outdoors person, a weekend getaway to Joshua Tree is a great way to spend some time. It's a well-known destination for people from all over California and the rest of the country, and for good reason. It's a park that's rife with amazing nature you can wander around in, admiring the wildflowers, checking out the many animal species, and breathing in the fresh desert air. For the more adventurous traveler, there are plenty of opportunities for rock climbing, biking, backpacking, and more. You can easily camp at one of the many campgrounds in Joshua Tree, though many people opt for a notch up with their getaway by booking a tent in a glamping site like Cascade Trails Mustang Sanctuary. Now it's time to hear from you. Would you consider any of these weekend destination spots this year? If not, what are some of your favorite places to go for a weekend in the U.S.? Let us know in the comments section below.